To Canada now, where the Conservative campaign moved to the East Coast with a promise to create a pre-approved national energy corridor to speed up infrastructure projects. But to get in a thorough update on what's happening in battleground Canada, Maha Siddiqui joins us live from Vancouver at the moment. Maha, take us through what we need to know.
As far as this energy corridor is concerned, Parmeshwar, energy remains a very core issue at the moment because of the trade war with the US. Energy is a leverage that Canada has over the United States, and the trade deficit that US sees with Canada is in the energy sector. So much so that we'd seen the sharp reaction coming in from the US when Doug Ford, the Premier of Ontario, had said that there'll be a surcharge on electricity going down south to the US. So that is the leverage that Canada has over US. However, when it comes to within Canada, between the East Coast and the West Coast, we are seeing a lack of pipelines, which Canada now feels is something that it needs to work on. And that is why we are seeing Conservative Party leader Pierre Poilievre promising that. But there could be concerns here, considering that it appears that the Conservative Party might be indicating that there could be a weakening, say, of impact assessment, something that might not go down well with a large section of Canadians who are very particular about the extractive policies in the country with regards to resources, and they want it done in a sustainable manner. So that could clearly come as a hurdle in the plans that Pierre Poilievre is pointing out too. Though he's saying that the Indigenous peoples, the First Nations will be included in this, but we know that a lot of resource extraction is from the First Nations, and their not just their involvement in policy making, but their complete agreement that resource extraction is done from the areas which are First Nations areas, as well as the fact that they are done in a sustainable manner, in a manner that does not require any sort of long-term huge impacts on environment and people. These are some of the other aspects that the Conservative Party will have to touch upon. The Conservatives are believed to push for more development and infrastructure issues, as Pierre Poilievre is pointing out. But here in Canada, the development, as people want, with sustainability needs to be maintained. So that clearly at the current moment is an issue. Moreover, Parmeshwar, at this juncture, what we're also seeing within the Conservative Party is some sort of a misalignment in their campaign policy. A lot of their own people now, as some of the channels, especially CBC, is quoting sources as saying, are uncomfortable with the manner in which the campaign is being conducted, especially with regards to a large focus on domestic policies. Whereas at the moment, the overarching issue is the trade war with America, and they believe that that should be the real focus.
Maha, as always, thank you so much for joining us with the lowdown.